wants to write a song. Angels in America. I love that. Facing extinction, it's over in the blink of an eye. Oh, where are the lifelines? Angels in America, yeah, they're watching over you in the shadows, waiting for the perfect time to come out and save the day. Just waiting for the order from the man to take the final stand. Yes, it happens right here on the homeland. Angels in America. Before the daylight is gone, before our souls are unrecognizable to God. Light on, shine bright on the world, yeah. Angels in America. Angels in America. We need the angels in America to shine bright and save us from ourselves. Save us from ourselves, yes. 'Cause time is running out, yes. The devil's closing in. We got to fight back, come together, oh, these angels in America. I'll lead the charge if I got to. I've been doing it 3 years strong, and we're just getting going, yes, who's joining? I'll keep showing, oh, we'll keep growing. Yes, the light is only getting strong. Yes, it's getting brighter. Yeah, when the angels in America join up to fight the darkness of the world. Yes, we're starting here bright, building out, find the rest of them worldwide. They're out there, we got to find them before it's too late. Connect the dots, yeah, to come together and build a life so strong. Angels in America, oh, we're calling out to you. Where I've been trying to get you to do what you're meant to do. Angels in America. Angels in America. Who wants to write a song? It's Sunday. It's Mark Pires. I was walking down the road and today, it's Renaissance Man. Another way. I'm here to ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's daily variety show Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 1,273 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. We're getting into it just like we do every single night, fam and friends. We're literally 27 days away from 1,300 days in a row. Is that the end of the show as far as we know it at a daily? I don't freaking know, but I will tell you this. We're here again. Day 1,273 in a row, and I got something magical for you. What do you got, Mark? Well, first episode of American Renovation. If you saw it over on the new channel, I love you. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing to Get to Know America. This is the newest platform I'm excited about here because it's once a week there will be an episode, maybe other little things throughout the week, like I did the Maritime Center, which is the aquarium. That will be premiering maybe next Sunday, maybe before. I'm not really sure yet. But it's not going to be like here where every day I'm live. It's once a week there's an episode. And this week it was about what you're about to see here, which is the renovation of a new listing I just took on. And my parents are in the construction business. Every year they do a project or two, and this is their newest project. And I was really excited because it's a full gut renovation. So you're seeing something from prior to the work being done, and just like then meeting my parents for the first time. It's pretty cool, I think. And this is just the inaugural episode of American Renovation. I don't know if it's going to be once a week. I think it's probably more like once a month on American Renovation, but we'll see. Right now, I'm focused still on getting as often as possible a show every Sunday for American Renovation, or Get to Know America. It's tough, guys. It is tough to film all of it, to get first selectmans to sit down with me, to get interviews with random people, to go and film all the different locations, and then edit it all is the really toughest thing to get done in a week. And then I don't get paid for any of it. So that's the thing that's really the hardest. Right now, I think it's because of what's happening in the world, I need to cut away from doing so much crazy stuff and focus in on selling real estate. That's how I make a living. I can't, I personally think that there should be millions of people watching Get to Know America on a daily, or whenever there's a show, or American Renovation's a great, people should be tuning in here every day. But that's not a reality that's mine. So what I have to do is I got to divert my time to only things that make me money in order to support my family. So real estate is how I make a living. I have a license to sell real estate, and I'm very good at that. I mean, if you think that this is a good show and it is what I do for my sanity, remember, professionally, I do something else. I sell real estate, and I work on a high level at that as well. Matt Zabroski could use a woohoo before we play American Renovation. Zabrosk! What do you say, buddy? Can you just lift me up a level? Like, maybe? Woohoo! It worked! I'm here. You're there. We're all leveled up because of Zabrosk. So, guys, I'm excited about this. This is a new chapter to Get to Know America. I'm thinking that, you know, if all goes well and we do start to build the following that show should build, then perhaps we'll be introducing more shows along the same lines. So Get to Know America is about me going into a town, meeting people, getting into the rich history that we don't talk about anymore. 400 years of history right underneath our feet. That's the show. And then this new other concept is a new renovation or a property that needs to be renovated. And I walk you through the entire thing over a 5 or 6 episode series. And that's American Renovation. And then, of course, we have 50 other ideas that we do here on a daily. So who knows what American Renovation is going to wind up or Get to Know America is going to work into. I personally think, based on the title alone, it could be anything. Wednesday nights could be American Exclusive, where I go and I meet with a specific business owner somewhere in America and talk about their business and talk about, you know, the struggles or the successes that they've found as being an American and living on this soil and dealing with government and everything, whatever. But that could be Wednesday nights, you know. Tuesday nights could be American chefs, American restaurants. And we go a series where we go and try a new American restaurant with a chef who's a renowned American chef. You know what I'm saying? This could be any. Mondays could be we sit down with scholars, American scholars, you know, from across the country, and sit down to discuss their expertise and what they're doing to add more color to this already filled to the brim, you know, category or subject. You know, and I think that could be Mondays. You know, so the reality is, if somebody who is a producer came along and said, stop selling real estate, here you go. We're going to just put you on, send you to different towns to meet with different people in Connecticut and New York. Start with what works for you, your local, and go knock out the area. And I'll just, for the next couple years, go and hit up every place and every professional there is that's impressive. And honestly, anybody that's doing anything has a story and is impressive in my eyes. So sitting down with Joe Schmo, who ended up creating the first sneaker that gives you a little extra bounce. Like, whatever. That's an American story right there. It's all Get to Know America. And that's the reality of the title. It's all Get to Know America. And so what we are doing here on a daily basis by venting about the realities we live, creating songs, making, you know, belly laughs on whatever topical subjects or not, that is something that's been here for 3 years. It's never caught fire. I can't change that. But what I could do is continue to use my creativity to find things that may, and maybe get those people to shift and siphon over from Get to Know America to here and blow out the freaking BS suppression that they have here on the Renaissance Man show from YouTube. That's the hope, if it works out. If not, and we wind up just building a following on Get to Know America, and that becomes the focus, and then this is just a background thing, that's fine, whatever. The point is, I can't do the first thing. I can't go out there and do 50 different things, like interviewing doctors one day and interviewing scholars one day and going chefs another day and doing the town on Sundays. I can't do any of that unless somebody comes along and says, I like what you're doing. Here, we're going to fund you doing more. This is all self-start stuff, everything I do here. And like I said, it's either coming to a close, or someone's going to come along very, very soon and say, you've done the friggin' work, dude. Keep going. Keep going. We'll see. But this is the very first episode I'm about to play for you. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to give you the link so you guys can go over and subscribe to the show. If you haven't subscribed yet to Get to Know America, so you can be a part of every episode, I have to question, you know, your sanity. You know, I mean, we're here doing it, and we're creating cool things like Get to Know America and American Renovation. And you're there just being like, oh, whatever, I'm going to go get some more negativity. That's you. That's you, right? I want more negativity. It's everywhere. You just leave my platform, and you got it. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne, you're not helping with the wheeze today. That's a negative. That's a negative. So let's play this one. I gave you the link. That's it right there, guys. I'm going to do a little pin. So this is inaugural. I said it. Inaugural episode of American Renovation. I freaking love the title. I love the title. And this is the first time you guys get to meet my parents. How about that? Please give that a like, a share, and a comment if you can. That always helps us to maybe get some more people to see it. And I'm pinning it. So here we go. The inaugural. I can't freaking say the word, Joanne. Can you wheeze a little louder? Maybe it will help. Maybe it'll help me say it. The inaugural episode of American Renovation by Menon. It's actually by Mark Pires, but
so I'm here at the old.
I'll give it to by Menon. Here we go. Get to know America. Get to know America. I'll be with you with a new one every day. From my new place, meeting people on the way. Get to know America. Get to know.
So I'm here today at 134 Brayburn. This is my brand new listing in New Canaan, Connecticut. And we're going to walk around the property. There's not much to look at yet. This is a major renovation in progress, and the purchaser can customize this property from the bottom up. So let's go inside and see what we got. Now, I want you to be forewarned. The first walkthrough on a renovation project is never pretty. All right, so we're going in to see what this place was and then get some ideas on what it could be. See what we can find at 134 Brayburn. You see in the background, they're ripping out walls. This is what I'm talking about. I love the renovation process. Let's get into it. So as you see, they already started taking up the carpets in here. This is what it's like to be in the middle of a renovation. Guys, if you take a look, Milan's over here taking down a wall. Woo! Milan, why don't you say hi to everybody?
Hello.
This whole wall too. This is coming down too?
Yeah, I'll be after later.
So first though, this is the space. Yeah. This is all opening up here.
Yeah.
So this is kind of par for the course when you're renovating a home. You pull all the trim, you measure the windows, and you get that window order in. In 2022, there are supply chain issues. I know that I've heard Marvin Windows, for example, it was always like clockwork. They'd have windows to you in about 8 weeks. Now they're 18 to 24 weeks out. And I know that they're using Anderson 400 windows, which are comparable and great windows, and they're going to be here in about 8 to 12 weeks. So you use what manufacturer and supplier can get to you first in 2022. You don't have the time, the luxury of waiting for a manufacturer to deliver windows to you when you need to get this property on the market and sold. Let's see what other rooms we have here. You walk down into your master suite and you're treated with the most glorious views of the pond. Now this is the magic of this property. You've got 2.77 acres and complete privacy. Views to the pond, and there's nobody around you. You don't see your neighbors here at all. That is probably one of my favorite details about 134 Brayburn, is you can be here and be completely by yourself. We're obviously in the gutting stage, which it's not that pretty, but it's going to be amazing. Again, guys, don't expect anything pretty here. We are in the renovation process. This is the pull and get ready for new stage. Nobody wants this old colonial casing from the 70s. This is the old trim. It's all going to go in the trash. Everything's on order. And when this place is redone with the proper trim that's reflecting this time in history, we're not dealing with old school colonial here. You know what I mean? This place is going to look amazing when it's all redone, repainted, and ready for the next owner. Always make sure when you're in a house that's being renovated that you watch where you step. There are nails in every piece of wood Just give you an example. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 nails in that piece of wood right there. So always be careful when you're out on a construction site. Don't just step everywhere willy-nilly. Your boots, the rubber on the bottom, are not safe enough to step into a nail. You will hurt yourself and need a tetanus shot. Let's move on. And you see they actually took out the tub here already. It's been cut into pieces. It's in the hallway. There'll be a new double sink right here, new toilet. Everything will be brand new. And it's going to be a great bathroom. Right now, it just happens to be the old bathroom. But again, this is what we're here to do, is to turn this into something magical for the next family. So guys, I'm just about to leave and Milan says, hey, I took the wall down. So I wanted you to see real quick. This is what's happening here. This entire space will be opened. And as you saw over here, this is where the old kitchen was. And this will be where the new kitchen goes. This whole kitchen goes into here, right?
Yeah, all the way window, all the way go move it.
Oh, the whole kit, this is all moving out as well.
Yes.
So this is the major work going on here. This is not a minor renovation. And again, you can customize this project and make it yours. So I think that's it for today. Milan, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you.
Every time.
He's the best. All right, guys,
Thank
this is
you.
Get to Know America. You're coming out the French doors and you've got your own pond right here in the backyard. And this location is very, very unique. I always say when anybody spends this long in a house, family spends 10, 15 years in property, they spend 30 plus years here. It's because the location is amazing. Down in the lower level, you have tons of space that could be finished. This could be a play area for the kids. There's 1,000 square feet on this side, unfinished, 8-foot ceiling, and there's a ping pong table here. So we'll leave that here for you. On this side, there is all of your mechanicals, but there's additional space that you could actually work with. You could put a gym over here. So this place leaves you so many options for a lower level. The best part, it's a walkout.
Get to know. I'll be with you with a new one every day.
You know, I've got a million things to do right now. But when you sit here in a place that's this peaceful, it brings you back to mindfulness. The ability to shut it all off for a moment. That's a powerful lesson we should all be practicing on a daily basis. Find a way to shut it all off. So I wanted you guys to see everything's open. They took this entire wall down. Just the other day, Milan was taking this wall out, and I'm going to show you there's another wall coming out. So I think the idea would be open everything. Take this wall down as well. So now all you have is just one big open ranch. The one thing that should stay though is this wall. This will close off completely. So this door goes, and you've got a defined foyer here as you walk in. And then you see this entirety of open space. It's going to be amazing. You've got views off to the pond. And every day I show up, there's something new being done. I love it. Progress. This is where we're going to have progress videos. I'll keep showing you what's happening here on a daily basis. All right, we're here today, and it looks like they've taken out more walls. And
He's going to cut these today, so if you want to come back, next time you come, this will be open.
that's awesome.
How are you?
Hey, Milan, how are you? Guys, I'm here with the contractor and the interior designer. This is my father and my mother, Manny Pires and Fern Pires. Of course, you remember Milan from the other day. So you're going to cover the brick with shiplap?
Yeah, we need to leave for code enough brick because of the fireplace, the firebox. So you'll have to go out with shiplap. Be kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll not put TV right there.
I think this is nice. This is amazing, all this open space.
And with this wall open, you'll be able to see that the kids are downstairs doing whatever. You have better, access and ability to see what's going on.
LED space,
Right.
which would be great.
I think walking in the front door and seeing right down, this is no longer a basement, it's a lower level. And you see two fully finished
All
floors.
that paneling's coming off the wall.
Yep.
So that'll all be nice.
Well,
And
that'd be good.
neutral, yeah, it'll be all fine.
It's fantastic. Progress. We're making progress. So this will be nice. It'll be closed off. You walk in, you got a view in, but you don't see fully, and you see right down into the basement or to the lower level. Yeah, it's gonna be nice to see a view down.
You want, so you'll see, all this will be all new.
Oh yeah, I already shot this the other day. So the first episode was me just walking through. So I'm standing here with my parents. This is Fern Pires and Manny Pires, and they've
Hi
been
there.
renovating homes for over 30 years. So tell me, what got you into the business of renovating homes?
Well,
It was my fault. Being in designer and having that as my background until I, started raising a family, you and your brothers, that kind of was put on hold. But once your boys started to get older, I pursued that, and then I brought Dad in to help me on a lot
I was
of.
in the corporate world, as you know,
Mhm.
and every time I got up on a business trip, she'd say, "Oh, you got to help me out. There's an open house on Saturday. I need your help because somebody screwed up, and I need you to fix it." To the point where it got to be so often, and it's something I really truly enjoy, that I left all that behind and got into it full time back in probably '87.
Now, if I recall, there was a time you were the first Handy Manny.
That was my name. Handy
That
Manny.
was his business card. I
Yeah.
wanted to make it
Yeah.
official.
If I had
So
coined that,
we
I could have
got
made
that.
a fortune. You know?
You'd be a
Yes,
millionaire
yes.
just in the name if you trademarked the name Handy
Exactly.
Manny.
Like each project that we get involved with, we really do take a
Yeah.
lot of heart and soul into it,
Yeah.
as if it were our own, and we were
Of
going to
course.
move in there.
To a
So-
fault. To a fault.
I know, you could attest
You
to
guys
that.
put too much
I
in,
know,
and then
I-
afterwards you don't get it all back, and that's the
Exactly.
Well,
problem.
the thing is, but you have to.
But
you
we
have
got to
love
walk
what you do,
away.
you know?
Yeah,
You
we
got-
need to
you
walk
have to.
away and have a clear conscience and know anything and everything in there is to
It's
its
done
to its
correct.
best, top quality.
This has been a progression because at the beginning it was, okay, great, there's a house that's priced at X and we can take that and do something. Now it's over the years you've learned that location is everything.
Oh my God!
And
yes.
this is a prime example that you found a spot here in town where families want to be, where they can move into a perfect house. 2022 renovation. I think we need to get this place at least cleared enough so I can do the open houses on
You want
Saturday and
this
Sunday.
patio moved up too?
Yeah, because there's hardwood underneath it.
Yeah.
Just pull it all and show off.
The floor is going to have to be
This
redone
wiring.
anyway.
I got on the line, cut a hole in the attic and slip it up there. Out of the way.
It's not a bad idea just to put it up there. We're not going to be framing right now. So have Milan, instead of breaking away this tile, just get rid of all the garbage. And then if he gets finished with that, then he can start breaking out the tile. But right now the priority would be, let's get this clean enough to have people walk through it safe.
Saturday morning, that's okay.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to do the open until maybe 1 to 3 on Saturday. This is the process here.
Everything is going to be wood, except for the bathrooms. Those are going to, this too.
Those are wood in there, and then everything in the bathroom be stone like usual.
You
All
know,
right, buddy.
man, so
I'll see you, I guess, later or tomorrow.
if this was really clean already, it'll be okay.
No
So right
problem.
now, let's-
No
Yeah, so I say
Okay.
clean first, and then later on you can start going away on the tile and maybe cutting away the wall.
Okay.
But if we can, I think Saturday and Sunday, I want to try to have a lot of people through buyers. So
Okay.
as long as it's safe for them to walk through, I
That's
think
why
we'll be okay.
It's coming Saturday morning, Sean.
To get all
All
the,
this stuff will be gone. That'll be
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Okay.
well, this has been a great first meeting with my parents on
We just met.
American on American Renovation, and I will be back with a new episode probably next week or maybe monthly. I don't really know yet, but I will be back with another episode. So thank you for joining. There you have it. My newest listing here in New Canaan, Connecticut, 134 Brayburn. Remember, if you need a realtor, if you need to sell your house or buy a home, I can help you with that. Yeah, I'm here with you, and I have a series called Get to Know America. And I am also the Renaissance Man, but during the day, every single day, I sell real estate. I work with my clients to provide the best possible service available and also to provide quality content for them. So be a client, be a friend for life. I will see you tonight on Renaissance Man and tomorrow for another episode of Get to Know America, American Home Renovations. Until then, it's Mark Pires, and it's Get to Know America.
Get to know America. Get to know America. Oh, guys, I think I like it. I think I like it. I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. There's two things I would have fixed if I could have. There's 2 music issues there where the music wasn't set properly. But besides that, I mean, I could deal with it. I was like, ooh, do I erase it and redrop? You know what I'm going to do, actually? I am considering, because the Renaissance Man show, even though it's suppressed, there is still people who come by this platform. And I want them to at least know that this content exists. So I think I'm going to at least drop the Get to Know American Renovation first episode, so I could put in there the caveat of all the information, say, hey, look, this is every single Thursday on the Get to Know America platform. The point is to shift everybody from here over to Get to Know America, because over there, people are seeing the content. We only have 80 now subscribers. We had 77 before the show. We've had about 70, and we've had more views on every single clip I've released there than we have when we put them out here on Renaissance Man with 10,000 subscribers. So I've proven my suppression. I'm not even want to talk about it anymore. I know you guys are overhearing it too. But the point is, head over to the Get to Know America page, follow, share, hit the notification for all, and share the friggin' hell out of it, because that is the platform we need to build out. I'm just doing a show there once a week. I'm going to start going live there maybe once a week as well. So it's going to be something a little bit different than here. This is obviously, I'm here every day. So you can tune in, get a piece of music, get a piece of comedy, hang out, get some truth. Or you can go over there once a week and just get something cool like history and seeing me interview people, and maybe doing this whole concept of going and talking to professors or scholars of, some other, maybe a Buddhist monk or something who's here in America, like Jay Shetty. The point is, Get to Know America is going to turn into something, and it's going to be something ridiculous, because it's a story about this country. It's a story about how this country's been forgotten. All the people who make it run, the people who are out there accomplishing, they need a spotlight on them. And that's what this show's about. It's people, it's businesses, it's towns, it's America, it's American way of life. And if you know someone out there that you think would be a really interesting addition to one of those days, maybe it's Get to Know America, American Conversations. And I'm just out there talking to different people of different professions. Like I said, in my mind, either I'm going to, Trish asked how tall, I'm 6 feet tall. In my mind, if I just film, and I just release things randomly, it doesn't have to be specific every Sunday, every Thursday. It's going to be random. Get to Know America is not going to be like this platform where every day there's something. That's why I want you to subscribe, because when I put something out there, it's going to be special. And it's going to be something like you just saw. Another thing that I'm editing, so that this isn't the final version, but I played it for you yesterday, so I might as well play the same version again. There's not that much that's changed, just music, same thing, adjustments in order to create the perfect experience. This is something that'll be released, I believe, probably on Wednesday or Thursday. This is called Get to Know America, the Norwalk Maritime Center. Today's family outing, the Norwalk Maritime Center. I haven't done one of these before, but we're going to see if we can shoot a little video while we're there. Going in the Maritime Center. Maritime Center, yeah.
I'll touch the jellyfish.
Joanne! We found it! A megalodon! Joanne, there's still hope for you, Joanne.
To give you an idea what this shark might have looked like when it was alive, take a look at its close relative, the great white shark. Imagine a shark like that, a little bigger, with his nose in the archway over there, and his tail touching the elevator door at the other end of the room.
very much. Appreciate it. All right, bud. Oh, how are you? Butterfly exhibit here. We need pollinators, butterflies, bees, birds, bats, moths, and other animals pollinate flowers. If not for them, flowers couldn't produce seeds for plants we need for foods, fibers, spices, and medicines. That's a wrap from the Maritime Center. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Norwalk Maritime Center. Make sure you subscribe and ding the bell, hit all notifications, and I'll see you on the next Get to Know America.
Get to know
Today's There we are. So that'll be released and cleaned up as a couple things I moved around in there and shortened. I didn't like all the jaggedy, film angles, so I zoomed in on some of those things and cut out just a little bit. But anyway, it's almost ready. I thought about doing something there. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, but I thought about doing commentary the entire time. So as you see me going from the sharks to the seals or to the lions, sea lions, I'd be talking about it, And I thought about that because that sea lion at the end, the way he's just chilling, laying back. Miyagi-san! Where's my freaking chopsticks, Joanne? It's chopstick season again. I'm here. But anyway, my thought is that basically anywhere and everywhere I go from now on, there's going to be a Get to Know America. The show's not necessarily about people or towns or historians or philosophers and mathematicians. It's about a guy who's going out there locating historians and mathematicians and doctors and philosophers. It's the story of a mission to connect with people, essentially. And again, this is broader. On the surface, it's about going into towns. It's about this, it's about that. But you step back, it's a Renaissance Man, perspective. It's to affect a positive change one person at a time still. And I think that we have to remember that. Anything and everything that's done here is with the intention of connecting with people. It's with the intention of
getting everybody away from negativity and finding something that's truthful, something that's light and spirit. I see a lot of anger. I see total division. I see every single media outlet just you working from that angle. Let me divide and conquer. The world continues to die on a daily basis. And so if Renaissance Man is not going to blow through and ignite like it should, then get to know America, get to know your fellow human being is what's next, which is meeting people, getting to know them, getting to know the towns, the history. Again, I'm going to start just meeting with scholars, with politicians, with philosophers, every single person you could think of. This is Get to Know America. This is everything that has to do with this country. It's not just about the towns. It's about everything. It's about the journey of discovering the day with one guy who's been live for 1,273 days in a row. And so I'll show up and I'll continue to record and film on a daily basis all of these different towns, all of these different experiences, and I'll release them on the Get to Know America channel on YouTube. And if you've not subscribed to Get to Know America on YouTube, please do that. We just released our first episode of American Renovation, where I'm from the beginning of this renovation all the way till the end, new episodes. It's with my parents, my father and my mother. They're renovation masters for the last 35 years. She's an interior designer. He's a builder. My brothers builds with them. And we were the original family property brothers. My father was doing this for 35 years. I worked with them for 13 years until, the real story is my brother and I had like a final spat. I was like, I can't work with my brother. And so I got my real estate license. And so for the last 13, 14 years, I've been selling real estate. My brother's been running the real estate, the construction business with my father and my mother. And now I decided to bring the cameras into these renovations that we do 1 to 2 every single year. And we're in Connecticut and they are very good at this. And so my perspective is I'll bring what we do on Get to Know America into this house, and whatever happens, happens. And I can't wait for you to meet my brother. It's going to be an interesting episode. He's a trip. He's a real trip. And I love my family. I love the fact that we're doing this. We've been doing this forever, but I'm bringing the cameras in for the first time. You guys have seen me for 3+ years every single day on YouTube. You've seen what I've been doing with Get to Know America, where I go into towns and I meet people. But you've never met my family. You've never met my parents or my brother. And that's going to be a new aspect of Get to Know America. And like I said, Get to Know America is a whole new show. There's nothing like it. I go into a new town. I meet with the people, with the first selectman. I get into the 300-400 years of history under our feet. And then we're like, all of a sudden, we're seeing things that I didn't know in the North there was slavery. I always was told there wasn't slavery in the North. It was only in the South, and the South were racist. And I mean, you hear all this stuff when you're taught in the North, and the curriculum's maybe different. But the reality is, before that, there were slaves in the North, and maybe they taught that, and I just don't remember. But I'm uncovering so many ridiculous facts about our American history that I'm bringing to the surface every week, Sunday night, 8 p.m. on the Get to Know America page. So I love you guys on TikTok. Please give me a follow. This is the longest running variety show on planet Earth. There is no script. We're either writing songs, we're creating comedy, we're doing the comedy news, we're truth ranting it. We're always living in the moment. This to me is what life is about. Mindfulness. It's connecting with the second right here. Nothing else exists. Yesterday happened. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. The only thing I have is the second. So I continue to drive towards the light. I am sick of the negativity around me, so every second I drive towards the pure light that I feel within my heart. And I'm sharing it. And we're writing. And I hope you'll go to Spotify and type in Mark Pires. There's 183 songs for you there. And a new album's coming out. I keep saying next week, but it's ready. I mean, I just haven't gone into DistroKid and released it. I have to do it. I mean, really, this should be out. There's so many songs that need to be edited for an album beyond this album. So album number 15 will be coming. I got to just do it. It's the 26th. It's getting out for 7/1. July 1st is the next album. So head over to Spotify and prepare. Just type in Mark Pires and listen to the first 183 songs. We're about to blow past the Beatles, guys. The Beatles released 183 songs in their catalog. I was just curious when I got to 180 or 170 songs. And I was like, wow, 183. I'm one album away. So we're tied. We've been tied for 6 months now, though. I didn't want to blow past them because I was kind of like, I love the Beatles, but they were 4 people and they wrote it over like 8 or 10 years, and I wrote 183 songs in a year. right here with you guys based on all your requests. I'm not bragging. I'm pumped that we're living in the moment and creating so much. And I hope you'll listen to the songs because they were written for you to hear and discover the truth. How many people that are over here, when we listen back to these songs I wrote a year or 2 years ago, are like, holy freaking cow, this is a premonition. They're all premonitions of where we are right now. I talked about everything. It's not going to work. They're forcing you to do something that's only going to kill. You'll suppress this guy even more. And then we fast forward and everything that was in the songs, Mandate This, Masked Up, all the songs I wrote last year, they're all true. They all came out. It's a catalog of a timeline where no one can go back and say it was any other way. You go back and you will listen to the 183 songs from Mark Pires from 2020 through 2022, and you hear the actual truth about the world you lived in. And in 30 years, people will go back and they'll listen to those songs and say, holy freaking cow, that's the way it really went. I got it all, from the politicians to the lies to the actual science they didn't want to talk about. And not that I'm a scientist. I'm not. I just listened to the people that were suppressed. And I was like, these are the people you got to be listening to, you know? And fast forward. Ukraine. Oh, yeah, that's Johnny Depp. Oh, okay. Okay. You want to do Johnny Depp and you want to do a Ukraine? And let's just send billions and like $100 billion to Ukraine and break the friggin' backs of every American. Let's do that at the same time. That's the world we're living in today. We went from a country that cared about this country to a country that cares about everybody else's borders. And we're spending it, our money. Pray tell me, where does the money come from that they're giving to Ukraine and that they're giving to all these different countries during COVID relief? Where does that money come from? Who pays for that? Is that just free money? Is that what the government just has their own money and they give it away? They're like, oh, we're feeling good today. Here, we're going to give you some of our money. It's friggin' my money. It's your money. It's our kids' money. The future 5-6 generations of their money. You think Nancy Pelosi gives a friggin' crap? Chuck Schumer? Shickety? These people are criminals. I heard something on TikTok, beautiful. Someone said, you know what? Everybody has to be friggin' licensed. I'm a licensed real estate agent. Why are politicians friggin' licensed? Just off there, Wild West in it, huh? Signing any backroom friggin' deal they can in order to fill their pocket. It frustrates the hell out of me because I'm one of the Americans here working his friggin' tail off every day, working 22 hours a day. For the last 3+ years, nobody freaking knows I exist because what I do can make a difference. We can't have a guy like that be heard. If someone just went and friggin' playlisted on Spotify Mark Pires and spend over the next month 12 hours, because that's how much music it is, and just listen to the societal freaking truth that came out of every song. If you guys like Tom McDonald and you've not subscribed or playlisted, whatever you freaking call it, Mark Pires, you're missing a lot. It was Christine Seidman, one of my subs here, said, you're the freaking blues rock Tom McDonald. And I said, I started listening to Tom McDonald when she said that. And I'm like, this dude speaks some serious truth. And if you listen to my songs, that's all that comes out. But he writes it with a freaking pen. I'm doing it in the moment. I'm allowing the moment to take me somewhere every day. There is no script. This moment is freaking powerful. It's filled with everything we could ever want. And all we have to do is step into it and forget about yesterday, forget about the second before. Even now, I can't think about the great moment that just happened. This is the moment, the only moment. And you know what? If you can't get to it, you'll be bogged down by all of the frustrations of life. You cannot get back to self if you're caught up in everything else, and everything else is the past or the future. If you can stop yourself for a moment and be here with me, you'll realize that is the one way to break the chains. That's not the only way. There are many ways to do it, but we need to break away from it for 30 minutes, for 5 minutes, for 30 freaking seconds. Perspective. It's something we don't have in 2022. We only have lies and we have division and hatred. Oh, let's divide and conquer. Let's continue to tell people how different they are so that they can never come together. The Vessel, thank you so much. I love you. Thank you so much for the boxing gloves. It means a lot to get a donation on TikTok. Really appreciate it. I just was able to get past 10,000 followers on Tik, and that means a lot because now I'll be able to get gifts from the viewers, and it means a lot. I've been live for 1,273 days in a row. This is the longest running show on earth. And I always say, just so you could see the reality of it, my goal and my motto on the show is to affect a positive change one person at a time. But anybody who's got a right mind would have quit a long time ago when they could never get past 13 to 18 people live on a daily basis. But me, I don't freaking care. I show up anyway. And yeah, the suppression is real. We've proven it now. But I just show up anyway. And if there's ever a reality, because I know we're living in 7,000 billion ridiculous dimensions, I think I'm in the shit one. Sorry, I'm in the crap one. I just swore. I never do that, but I'm in the dimension of hell, like where persecution and complete suppression is my reality. And I jokingly realize that there is one reality where there is an entire world listening to the 183 songs that I wrote in this freaking dimension. And no one in this world knows about them except for the 16 or 18 people that do show up. But the rest of the world is blind to what's been happening here, except some dimension where the freaking whole 7.7 billion are listening, like the freaking wild stallions. Like I said, guys, this isn't cockiness. This is showing up for freaking 1,273 days in a row and writing in the moment 183 songs that are on Spotify. I'm proud of those songs. The songs are powerful. I'd love for you to listen to one. And hopefully that leads you to the next. But I show up because this moment drives me. If I don't show up, I'm going to fall into a depression so deep, I'll never be able to get out of the hole. I lived that life before December 31st, 2018, when I started the show. I'm an empath. When I'm out there and I'm around all the negativity, I get driven down into a hole so deep, I don't know what the hell to do. And it was December 31st, 2018 when I realized I can't do this anymore. I need to create my own way out. And so the Real Talk show started. That's what it was called at first, Mark Pires Real Talk. And for about 450 days live every single day, I showed up as Mark Pires Real Talk, only pushing out what you're hearing for the last 10 minutes, positivity and just inspirational content, just reminding people how freaking awesome they are, how awesome you are. Nobody wants to talk about that? How unique you are and how freaking beautiful that is? No. We want you to change. We want you to change who you feel you are, what you look like, everything about yourself at the age of 7, at the age of 9, at the age of 11, when you're 14. Now, go ahead and take those hormones. Go ahead and change your identity. You don't need to do that. You are already beautiful. You're the world. You are the beauty of God. If you can accept the fact that you are special already, you don't need to work to be special. You are so special when you're born and every single day after. Accept who you are and live in the essence, and you are everything that you're meant to be. And changing is not the answer because we change on our own. I just want to ask people who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, don't you remember from the age of 1 to 5 to 7 to 13 to 18, how many times you felt different, changed, you were into different things, had different friends, liked this type of thing, then liked that type of thing? It's inevitable. You're going to go through a progression in order to become an adult. But making decisions that change you forever when you're not an adult is poor. It's not something you should do, and you should never give that advice to a child. because they can't take it back. Oh, no, do that now at 12. You're 6 years old? Go do it now. You have to let people run the progression of life in order to figure out who the hell they are. You can't force it on them, and you cannot manipulate them, and this is what's going on in 2022, and I cannot stand it. And that's why I may not be popular right now for saying this, but we need to get back to common sense. A family is what needs to be focused on again in America. I started Get to Know America for one reason. So people will sit around every Sunday night at 8 o'clock and they'll learn about an American town. They'll learn about the history right underneath the feet that they continue to walk on and spit on. The ground they spit on. They have no appreciation for this country anymore because of the political rhetoric. And 99.9% of it is a lie. What's real? We're on the soil of the most beautiful land on planet Earth, and we continue to dig at each other and to pull each other down instead of lift each other up. The Renaissance Man show is here for one reason, to lift each other up into the light. 1,273 days in a row of it. I told you about the society songs I've written over the last 1273, but the songs I've written about us loving each other and coming together and lifting each other up into the light. Maybe there's 80 of those. There's probably more of that. Help them find the light. Nothing can stop the light. These are all beautiful songs. If you go to Spotify and you type in Mark Pires, you'll hear them and they'll change your life because they spoke to the truth of the last 2 years. When you get to the song The End Days, you'll hear more truth than you know what to handle. How about Running on Empty? Running on Empty is the first probably hip-hop rap blues song I wrote straight up. And the hook is ridiculous, but the lyrics, I talked about the Olympics fiasco and about this, you got to go and listen to it. There is no script. It's the moment speaking. And whatever's happening in the news that day, in the lies of the world, the truth comes out, striking through it like the spear of God. We're about to blow it out of the water here, guys. Do you know that? We're about to push through 1 million followers on TikTok. We're going up to 5 million on YouTube. It may not be on the Renaissance Man page. It may be on Get to Know America. But we're about to explode on every single channel. Because the world needs to be saved. And the only way to do it is to live in this moment together. Get back to this moment together. And get away from all of the lies they continue to put in front of you in the path of you and me. I'm live every day forever. 1,273 days in a row. It's the longest running show on earth. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And every single day I'm dropping crazy stuff on TikTok. And I'm going to just go out and keep filming and dropping. And everything's going to go viral. Nothing has yet. We've hit soft 30,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 110, I think is the most I've gotten on anything. And it's weird. They'll start to go and then they just pause me or something at a certain point. One of them was great. I was looking at it. There was 2,000 views and 700 likes. I was like, this thing's going to explode. And they just stopped it. I was like, man. And it was the one I was talking about how don't talk to my child about anything but math and science. And how to dominate China going forward and Russia and everybody else in the world. My children don't need to hear about anything else except for how to succeed in the world going forward. Everything else that has to do with them, their body, and their changes, it's not for a teacher or for a school curriculum. And I wanted to be clear because somebody got mad on TikTok. They were like, "You're going to get people pissed at teachers." No, it's not the teacher's fault. There's some rotten eggs in every single basket. Okay, but the point is the curriculum is the problem. It's the people in charge of what is going to be taught to the children. The teachers just go through a freaking book and read. They don't have control of what they have to teach. So I'm not mad at the teachers. If I see someone out there talking stupid,
on TikTok and saying something like, oh, I can't wait to put my personal perspective on a child, then I'm going to have a problem with that one person. But my issue is with the school systems. It's with the education system in America. And there may be nothing wrong with it. But like I said, when I had a conversation with several first selectmen, and there's a few, and select women, and there's a few things I heard that tell me I'm not wrong. And there's something going on here. Hey, Discovery Radio, my friend, how you doing? We're talking about right now how the world is essentially completely out of its mind, and we're running on empty. We really are. The amount of music that's been written on this platform, 183 songs on Spotify. I'm about to go past the Beatles. Discovery Radio can appreciate this. The Beatles put out 183 songs. On Spotify right now, on iTunes, there's 183 songs. I did the Freedom Convoy last, and I haven't released the next album, which is coming out on July 1st. And that puts me past the Beatles. But they were all written live in the moment, live looping. This is one also that... Guess we all This is the new theme song to my new show, Get to Know America, but we wrote the song live here the night after I premiered the show. Get to Know America. So guys, that's premiering every Sunday. There's a new episode of that. And so, like I said, for me, I just got to continue to create in this moment. If it's a song, if it's a piece of comedy, if it's just speaking about the truth of this world, that is what we do here and will continue to do. Name of a song. Growing Wally, my friend, how are you? So good to see you. So guys, we're here an hour in. I got to cut this out. I do have to get going. I've got so much work to do still tonight. I think I'm very happy with the episode of American Renovation that just was released. If you could head over and give me a subscribe, follow over there, that'd be amazing. My brother, good to see you. Guys, when you're doing it and you're getting some love, Together's doing it. I wanted to say, over here on TikTok, guys, we're finally getting to some people. And my brother, Together We Stand, has always been supportive of the show. Did a duet earlier. Thank you so much doing that, brother. And this is how we create awareness, is we share each other's content and continue to show up, because the show is going to be live every day forever. My brother, thank you so much for that. You rock. And guys, remember, if you haven't yet, I pinned the newest episode of American Renovation. Just head over to YouTube and type in Get to Know America, and it should pop right up. I was actually with friends earlier today, and they went right over to YouTube and typed it in, Get to Know America, and it came right up at the top of the page. So I was so pumped. My brother, did you just move? Where'd you move? So yeah, the link is on YouTube. If you haven't yet, go over to linktree.Mark Pires, whatever it is, /Mark Pires, and you can follow on all of the YouTube platforms. It's crazy. I do have like 3 or 4, I guess there's 3 YouTube pages now, 4 if you consider the Beat Seat. And we have Telegram too, if you want to join the Telegram. Everything's in the link tree. So if you see on the screen here on YouTube, it says scan me in the corner. All you got to do is put your phone after the show. Go back with your phone. If you can open up the computer and just point your phone at that QR code in the corner, and that opens up my link tree. Every single thing pops up. So if you haven't yet, head over to YouTube and type in Mark Pires Renaissance Man. If you can't spell that, just go to Get to Know America and make sure you subscribe to that and QR code me. I'll see you guys. Remember, every single day we do this. Oh my goodness, that would be awesome. He's in Dublin, PA right now, and he said he wished I could come down to Philadelphia and show me where it all started. You know, it's interesting, brother. The Philly show is going to happen at some. I mean, I'm going to have to Get to Know America everywhere. Everywhere I go, I'm going to be doing an episode. That's what I thought about. This could be interesting. Like, there could be, theoretically, companies come along and say, look, we're going to put together a package for you to go to, Virginia and go do an episode of Get to Know America. You know what I'm saying? And it's paid for. You go down and the direct, everything's there. Your crew or whatever you need in order to go down and shoot it and get it done. And it's something where it's almost like, that's why I tried to go into towns to do that. Say, look, why don't you guys have me make one for your town? You know what I mean? Like, you got to start selling your town again. The real estate market, everything's changing because of what's going on with this freaking president. So we have to show these towns off again. What makes them so great? Let me go in and do one for you, each town. But it seems like they want me to do it for free. And then some of them want me to pay for permits. I'm like, what? What the hell? It's like you try to self-start and something like, wait, hold on, I'm not. You got to pay. But in America, that's what happens. My brother, thank you so much. You rock. Yeah, you got to send me a message because we could really theoretically do something like that. Maybe I should start I don't know, do a GoFundMe. That would be weird. Like Joanne's got the GoFundMe over here. We let her do it for the humongocarditis. I wouldn't want to do a GoFundMe, but maybe setting up some sort of Patreon thing where it's like people who support the show, blah, blah, blah. We can go out and do an episode in these places. Cause I really would love to start doing random spots. You know what I mean? Philly, here's Philly. Oh, I went up to Quebec. You know what I'm saying? That's not America, but you know what I'm saying? It's sort of the Americas, isn't it? Canada isn't part of the Americas. Not really. Canada's its own entity. That's a stupid thing. Yeah, Canada's Canada. But I would say this. We could go up to Lake Erie and go up to Erie, Pennsylvania while we're over there. PA with you. Erieing it. And then we talk to the people in Erie. It's very eerie there. We do a story about ghosts in Erie, Pennsylvania. I'm sure there's a ghost somewhere in Erie, right? I honestly think it will be not too long until that happens. Again, guys, everything in life is about intention. Everything in life is about bringing it into reality. So what I ask for each and every one of you that come here and join me on a daily basis is when you leave the show, you say to yourself when you leave, we're going to have double the people here tomorrow. And say that. We're going to have double the people here tomorrow. And every day if we say that, and we get double the people here every day, we're going to have 1 million people here in a freaking month. It's simple math, compound interest. When you're doing a compounded interest in day 21, you already have 1 million. It's math. Sometimes when you're doing the math for the people, and they're like, oh, thank you so much for the instant, knowledge. When you bring out the Pythagorean theorem and you're doing it, and then coming E equals MC square, you get to 1 million, 21 days, compounded interest. Like if you knew, you knew. But some people, they just don't know. Yeah. My buddy Curtis Ray, if he was on right now, he'd be the compounding interest guy. He'd be doing it. Be look, we're starting with 13. We're going to 26 tomorrow. We're going right there, 46 to 52. 104. You see where we're going? 208, 416. We're rolling. 832, 1664. Look how quickly we're getting up there. 3,333. I got that one wrong. Joanne, you can't go beyond, a multiple of 7 in your head. She's wheezing really loud right now, so sorry. I did my best. But when Joanne's doing a wheeze and you're trying to multiply in the moment, I guess it's time to go away. Oh, fam and friends, remember tomorrow we do it all over again, so make sure you subscribe, you ding the bell, and most importantly, hit the link at the top of the YouTube page and go over to the new YouTube page, which is Get to Know America. And watch the newest episode, which is something a little different. It's called American Renovation, where I go in there and from the beginning of this renovation, you see these walls coming down and you meet my parents. You guys want to meet my parents? Check out American Renovation. It's live right now on the Get to Know America platform on YouTube. And the link is right at the top of the page here. If you can while you're watching, please hit the like. Please leave a comment and hit that share button and give it a little love. Share it with about 70 or 80,000 people. You give it to 70 or 80,000 and you're doing it. You know what I mean? That's like compounding interest. 1 million by day 21. Day 21, we got 1 million. Guys, I've seen this episode. I wouldn't tell you if I hadn't seen it, but I already saw the episode. I'm from the future. Future Mark. from the year 2769. We did it. I'm there. And then all of a sudden, 1 million people were watching. Look, when you're affecting a positive change one person at a time, and you do it for 3+ years, and all of a sudden it explodes overnight. It's like, we had 13. We had 26,247 the next day. And if you guys all are like, yeah, we're going to have 26,476, tomorrow, and the following to double-decker, the following 53,719. My brother, you rock. Thank you so much for all the love. You are amazing. And if you haven't yet, I see a new fan or a new friend over here. Jenum, how are you, Jenum? So good to see you. I hope you'll give me a follow. I've been live 1,273 days in a row. There's 183 songs on Spotify, 5 feature films. And if you've not seen Johnny and Amber Fairy Tale Nightmare, you gotta go to YouTube and watch it. It's only 51 minutes long. You grab some popcorn. You catch some popcorn. You're watching Johnny and Amber. I'm playing like 5 different people on the screen behind me. Wigs and all. Where's one of my wigs? You can believe me. I got wigs. We do it. I'm wigging it out. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne, you're wheezing it out. She goes, no, you're wheezing. I was wigging it out when I wear wigs and I'm doing the gig. I'm going to do comedy. You're wheezing it out because you got a humongocarditis. That's on you. Maybe next time you won't go and get 74 bugga boosters. Oh, Dr. Fauci said. We know. Guys, until tomorrow, remember, make sure you share and hit all notifications on if you've not done so. Until tomorrow, Bradley Smith, Sydney, Jim Williams, Kill It and Grill It, Pamela Swan, Renee Woods, Stacy Michaels, so good to see you, Texas Lady, rocking and rolling it. Guys, you're amazing. I appreciate your support, and I look forward to tomorrow when we do it all over again. Until then, user 955-38017 and Jenum Harris. You guys rock on TikTok. I got tons of content there. Rabbit hole that friggin' page. They haven't really gone viral on any of those yet. We got to go viral on everything on TikTok because it's all viralable. It's viralable, Joanne. Kind of like when you're wheezing and people want to sell you like some sort of inflammation product so the wheezing stops. You're a prime candidate. I'm not sure about that one. Anyway, Joanne, I appreciate you. Thank you for wheezing through the show again and destroying the entire essence and my vibe. Until tomorrow, fam and friends. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. You got to go away. Make sure you hit it up. Get to know America. Link pinned. See you tomorrow, fam. See you tomorrow.